Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament. And weren't those ads amazing? If you don't like them though, turns out that you can always subscribe. I appreciate everybody who does subscribe. I'm cheaper than most streaming services, I promise you. I'm doing a tiny bit of setup real quick. It should only be a minute or two, and then I will be good to go. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. What am I doing? Okay, that's who's playing. Good. Well, if you have been enjoying this, remember... Actually, no. If you've been enjoying Kusogrand8, great. But if you don't enjoy Kusogrand8, there's RPG Limit Break happening later on this year. Game submissions are currently open until the 18th. If you got an RPG or RPG adjacent game, hey, who knows? Maybe if you play a roguelite, or a roguelike or something like that, they may take it. I recommend submitting. Please do. I really love them. I helped start RPG Limit Break. I'm not staff for them anymore, but they are near and dear to my heart. And I am considering possibly sending in a submission, although I'm a little bit limited when it comes to travel funds these days. Mostly because yo soy pobre. Yeah, that's how it goes, everybody. And yet, don't worry, Chad. If you can't afford it, do not throw your money my way. Eat food, okay? Take care of yourself first. This is only for people who are already taking care of themselves and who are able to. Do not stress if you cannot sub, because I love you either way. Now, with that said, it is time for us to move on to Losers Bracket Round 2, aka But Why? In this round, the players were given... You know what, Crappy? How about you take us over to the game reveal? Come on, Crappy. The bugs! Crappy... You know, I bet Crappy has fleas. I wouldn't be surprised at all. With this round, But Why? The players are given a game that is a little bit questionable in nature. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, but the biggest question is, why was this game made? And our dear GM giving this game out is... dowolff. Dowolff, come on in. Hello there, Dowolff.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, doing well. How about yourself?
Cannot complain.
I mean, you could.
Unlike our players, I wanted to give them something. One of my favorite games of my childhood is what I wanted to give them. But they vetoed that. Very sad moment. So instead, they're going to have to play something a little different. They're going to have to play Lemmings 3D, a game that should not exist.
Yeah.
On PS1.
Oh, on PS1. I'll go ahead and update that because I put DOS. Well, the players are going to suffer eternally.
Oh, I like this game on DOS. I am like the only person in the universe who likes this game on DOS. But I like it on DOS. PS1 is something different.
Here's the deal. I need to play it on DOS. Your mic sounds very different, Dowolff. Did you do something?
Does it sound bad or different?
Oh, it sounds like crap. Like not the worst, but like significantly worse than usual. That's why I'm asking. Hedgemate says you sound like you're underwater. That's scary. A dowolff underwater is not what we want.
I am very confused.
Oh, jeez.
Well...
Okay,
yeah,
that sounds...
Apparently I might need a new microphone. Okay, that's good to know.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Let's not worry about it too much. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get everything captured.
I'm sorry about that, everyone.
They'll live.
My horrible, undulcet tones.
Okay, it's not as bad as I was making it out to be, okay?
Nope, I literally sound
I'm gonna
like
kick your ass, okay? Stop it.
You're gonna kick... But my microphone doesn't work and you're gonna kick my ass? It's the worst superb owl day of my life.
Oh no! Well, guess what? I'm happy for everybody who likes football and such, you know? Hopefully the game today is good. I know literally nothing about the teams that are playing, nor do I'm not gonna watch it. But
as a Bills fan, it is only pain.
I have seen. I watched a lot of college football when I was younger. You know. That's about it. Yep. So I know all the rules. I know how it works. But when I was in college, we went to watch the band because our team was very, very bad. And we had fans in the band, or we had friends in the band. Like, seriously, after the halftime show for the band, most of the viewers would leave the stadium. Like, it was amazing. Well, you know who isn't leaving the stadium? Our viewers, because we've got Crownmuri and Mikans going up against each other in a hotly contested duel. Obviously, these two players have played through a lot of crowds to get here. Mikans, one of the people who made it into the top 3 for the mystery tournament over at GDQ and has been playing in Kusogrand8 since the very first one. Going up against Crownmuri, who has been around in in Kusogrand8 for several years now, but changed their name recently, so they're a mystery. Ooh. I like mysteries, but yeah, I honestly do not know how this is going to go because either player could knock this out of the park, but whoever doesn't will be eliminated. Now, I'm not getting audio for Crownmuri. Are you able to get...
There is no audio on this screen. We can have...
whatever. Okay, that's fine. Why would you have audio on a screen in a video game, you know?
So the problem is that the main menu will basically go to the demo in like 10 seconds. So it's a problem for needing a start point.
Yeah. Well, I'm checking to see if the players are good to go. So what would be some good emotes for chat to spam? Obviously, if they have any lemmings, probably
lemmings
they won't
ideal.
look like these lemmings, but they'll probably look better.
Anything with green hair would be excellent.
Ooh, green hair, that's good.
Hair. Actually, anime. Let's do anime hair in general because the lemmings have anime hair.
Yeah.
So much.
Okay, anime hair primarily. Go ahead and spam your anime hair and any other, and green. And anything else that you feel like. And otherwise, I'm going to do the countdown. Best of luck to the players. Let's go, go, go. I'm excited for some Lemmings 3D, which I think I played a little bit when I was younger. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be... the Lemming voices are right. It's one of the best parts of Lemming games.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Lemmings games growing up. I did actually like this game on PC again. I will defend it.
Yeah, my cousin...
You're on PS1, so you might be wondering, how does this control? So...
No, like that.
This predates analog stick, so there is no analog stick support. Instead, you are using the face button, so triangle, square, circle, X, to move the camera. You are using the D-pad to move the cursor on screen, and as you can see, this is an adventure.
Oh, yeah. It is certainly an adventure. Well, luckily, they're off to a decent start just trying to figure out how the game controls, because even if they did get a control test, that's not enough time to actually figure out how to play this game.
It really isn't. So we did start them out on fun levels, which are... It's pretty straightforward. All you have to do, you have one ability lemming, which is this is a turning lemming. So if you know if you've played classic Lemmings, you got the blocker lemming. This is sort of like the blocker lemming in 3D, but instead of blocking it, it can also let you turn.
Gotcha. So the biggest thing is figuring out where to place that lemming.
Yeah. So literally, so we can't really see it because camera controls are impossible. But there is a springboard at the bottom of all of these little ledges that stick out from the tower.
Okay.
And all they gotta do is turn onto one of them. And as long as they turn onto one of them, they will hit the springboard. Looks like looks like Mikan knows what he needs to do and is struggling a bit to get it to actually happen. Looks like he placed in the wrong location, so he's gonna have to nuke all of his lemmings. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
But yeah, Crownmuri, meanwhile, has gotten it.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, they get to just cheer with happiness.
So much noise. Mikan is pretty happy about that, by the way, laughing in Discord. Yeah.
Oh, is he laughing in Discord? That is much better than I thought we were going to get from him.
Yeah, they certainly are. Crownmuri is getting through.
Yeah. Also, Crownmuri found the go fast button. Very important because we are, of course, racing.
Yep.
Yeah, there is a dedicated button on the controller for swapping between normal speed and fast speed, or you can just select it with the mouse.
Now, I do know you were talking about whether or not to give them the fun levels or tricky. Start them on tricky. There are
we started
different.
them on fun because
You wanted to give them hope. Make it no.
Hope is a strong word. Yeah, Mikan, unfortunately, I guess you cannot actually go from the low dive point. You don't get enough height off the trampoline. Fascinating. Anyways, yeah, Crownmuri also discovering that you are, as long as you have that turner on the level, the game goes, hey, you still have Lemmings out. We can't end the level yet, so you gotta nuke those last couple of Lemmings.
Yep, gotta nuke them or let time run out. In regular Lemmings, there are a few. Oh no, only rescued 76 out of 79? Are you serious? It's that strict that early on?
The game actually requires you to save all but one? Oh my goodness, I didn't think they were that mean on this first level. Let's go.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to Kusogrand8, where this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck so much.
I really thought that was a clear on the first level. Oh well.
Yeah, I know that OG Lemmings, there are a few ways to get your Lemmings that you use for different tasks out of what they're doing, like blockers. If you dug underneath them, then that could potentially get them freed so that they're no longer blocking. I'm not sure if that's the case here, but that might be something that the players need to think about.
Loving what Mikan is doing with his screen. I mean, it's gone now.
Time for them to die. Crownmuri, that was too early. Okay,
both of them going with too early.
Yep, gotta get to the second.
Everyone's trying to take the easy route. The fools.
Yep.
I'm actually sad that the Crownmuri didn't get the clear.
That's really. Okay, the pinned instructions that I have for this match say to start on.
I did change my mind. I did not repin changing my mind. They're both doing it right. They're both doing what I asked.
That's fine. If they're on the same level. I just want to punish them.
Levels are easy. We probably want to start doing something harder. And then I messed around with the first tricky level for a bit. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, right. This is the PS1 version. Let's try to have them complete a level in an hour.
I honestly think that, like, this game, the ideas itself aren't bad, or, you know, it's just that the execution, it was probably a little bit too early for a game like this to be made in a way that is playable.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if you're playing this with a mouse, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what it comes down to, is that this game was not designed to be played on a PS1 controller. It just isn't.
Yeah, a lot of games have gotten better about using controllers for 3D movement. I mean, honestly, most 3D games these days that I play with a controller.
That should be a clear for Mikan.
I think
we'll
so.
Have to nuke the last one.
Just gotta nuke the last one.
Yeah, and Crownmuri has not discovered that he can increase the drop rate of Lemmings.
Oh, the drop rate is very important.
That's why it's taking him slightly longer to get the clear, even though he's also going fast forward.
Yep. If you can change the flow of of Lemmings spawning from the start point. That's essentially what it is. So right now it's set to 80 from what it looks like. And if you can go faster than that, then they tend to form a much tighter packed line and get through the ending a lot faster than this.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, the first time that you play a level, you probably don't want to have it all maxed out. And there are certain levels where it becomes almost impossible to actually
you
complete
definitely
them doing
want-
that.
The slower you start, the better on a lot of these. Like especially because again, just like figuring out what you're looking at, what you need to do is actually hard, right? Like you just pointing the camera at the right direction.
Yeah. I'm looking at the PS1 manual, by the way, and it says that you can play with a joypad or a mouse. Was there a PS1 mouse?
There was a PS1 mouse. I actually forgot about this until I was reading through the instruction manual and it referenced the mouse. I'm like, was there a PS1 mouse? Yeah, turns out there is. However, part of the reason why the first game got vetoed is because unfortunately both of our players do not have working mice right now.
Both of them?
So you know we gotta have them both on controllers. It's only fair. Looks like Mikan first attempt put up a blocker to stop them from all falling off, which caused them to be slightly stuck inside of this little opening V. So gonna have to do a different strategy, I think.
Yep. Big question is, will they survive falling?
Well, there is fall damage in Lemmings games, as we all remember from childhood.
What
and it
they're
turns
probably
out
going
the answer is no.
That is too high. So the logical solution here is to go and for a Lemming that a little higher than where Mikan is, you'll want to place the digger, and they will dig. Is that going to be a horizontal digger or a vertical one? That's my question.
That should be a... God, I am blanking. It's diagonally down in the 2D Lemmings. I can't remember if it's straight down in 3D or if it's diagonal.
Looks like it is straight down. Okay. So there we go.
The minor is the diagonal one. The digger is straight down. Yeah.
Oh
also,
no, that is still too high. Gonna have to.
Oh no! So many poor dead Lemmings.
Yep.
You do have 9 parachutes. I don't know how many they're going to need to actually clear this level, though.
So you may need to block for a little while, and then... Yeah, I would place a blocker up at the top in order to keep the Lemmings in this check mark, but have one Lemming parachute down, maybe a couple of them parachute down in order to go, and if you have... What other abilities do we have here? We've got the blocker, we've got the digger, and we've got parachutes. Is that it?
That is all we got.
Well, never mind. In that case...
Yeah, it really is just a matter of how many parachutes... can we just parachute to the end? It looks like that's what Mikan... Oh, Mikan seems to have gotten the height just right, because they are going into the end on Mikan's side.
Very nice. Yeah, it looks like a few perished, but usually in Lemmings, you don't have to save all of them. That might be the case here. Mikan fast-forwarding and increasing the spawn rate so that
I love it when it just gets to be a giant row of the green hair. It's so good.
And it looks like that's enough to clear. Crownmuri is probably going to get that as well.
Yeah.
Important.
Oh, you need 70? I don't know if Crownmuri... Yeah, Crownmuri cannot get to 70. That is going to be a defeat.
No, Crownmuri will, because only needs 14 left, and there's still 16 out. I think this is going to be fine.
For some reason I was thinking that, out is out's the number more you need, right? That must be how it's set up.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we're going to be I don't understand how this screen works, apparently. Okay.
It's all good, it's all good.
What is this interface?
This is Lemmings 3D,
okay?
okay?
So it is going to count down, and when it hits 0, that's when you clear, and then it becomes green numbers. Okay, sure.
Just so people know, when it comes to tracking this match, we are going based off of the most levels cleared, tiebreakers solved by most Lemmings saved on that level. The referees that we have for this match are, yippee, it's Sam and Buffalo. Redford is going to explode in exactly 5 seconds. Natalecta will not follow you off a cliff, and Turner Stoat. There we go. All of the referees are watching closely to make sure that, we know how much progress has been made. I appreciate all of their help in that endeavor. Now, we've got a circus level early on. I'm trying to remember, because we've had Lemmings 3D at least one time in Kusogrand8, but I think that might have been...
We had it several years ago for the Kusogrand8 Invitational over on GDQ. So it's been a while since then. So it felt like it was a good time to bring it back.
Yeah, I think so. Blow them up.
Once again, you gotta get enough height on that trampoline. It looks like it's the furthest one that they need to get to, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to...
It's very quick to figure out how to, like, get a handle on the controls. Honestly, it would not surprise me if it took them 10 minutes just to figure out any of it. Mikan is trying to go too early, so that is going to fail. We know.
Blah. That's okay. Like, that's part of the Lemmings experience. You have to experiment. You are expected to fail several times and need to start over. That's true in OG Lemmings, and that's true in Lemmings 3D. And with that said, dowolff, I know that you like Lemmings 3D. I don't think that necessarily means that you're broken or wrong in any way. Like,
I'm pretty sure I'm broken and wrong in several ways. Let's be honest.
It's just like the biggest issue with Lemmings 3D has to be with the controls and with the way it also like isn't nearly as aesthetically pleasing, I think, as original Lemmings. Like, it's just...
It definitely looks better in my childhood memories. I don't know if that's that the PC version actually looks better, or if rose-tinted glasses are powerful. It could be both.
Well, I mean, first off...
If suggested we have Grand Theft Lemmings, I would play the heck out of that. I really hope that's a real thing.
I mean, I'd give it a shot.
Someday.
I played GTA 5. I beat the game. I really enjoyed it.
I struggle a bit with the GTA games are really not my cup of tea.
That's fine.
But I like the Simpsons one. I like when you basically get away from the gangster ethos and just make it silly instead. Which I guess says a lot about me, doesn't it? But yeah.
No, that's fine.
So I think a Lemmings version though would be more up my alley for that reason.
I think that could be interesting. Unfortunately, Crownmuri has chosen the wrong slope, and I think Mikan may have chosen incorrectly as well. We'll have to see if the Lemmings are able to survive this jump. Oh, nope, that was right. Okay. Yeah. The thing is, the game is also expecting the players to learn really quickly how physics work in this world. At least when it comes to a race setting, they just have to figure out how the physics work. Because if you can accurately read the jump height and how far the Lemmings are going to go based off of a certain height, then you're going to get through some of these early levels relatively quickly. If you have a hard time figuring out that the length of a jump based off of the height that they fall onto a bouncy platform, it's going to be hard.
Mikan with looks like lag strats here, teetering off into the distance to try to make the game go faster.
I mean, I think Mikan is looking at the creepy things in this world, which I appreciate. There are a lot of creepy things in this universe. You may need to explode your remaining friends. Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah. It is. Poor Lemming. It's so sad. Like, they are the ones who give their lives so the others can be saved. Like,
it's true.
Such a sad fate to be a turner or a blocker.
By the way, there is lore about this game in the manual.
Oh no.
Yeah. Lemmings are rodents with very little brain. In fact, they're so dumb, they rely on you to make all their decisions for them. They will appear on each level of the game by falling through a trapdoor into a hostile environment. They will blunder around following each other, even if it means wandering into a death trap. You'll have to lead them out of the level by giving them the skills and powers which will help them reach safety. As you progress through the levels, the environments will become more difficult and challenging, but your aim is always to save as many Lemmings as possible. Hopefully you'll rescue enough to advance to the next level. There'll be laughter and there'll be tears, but beware, you won't sleep for a year. dowolff, you're not going to sleep for a year. That's what this manual promises.
But I like sleep.
Too bad. You gave this out. No sleep for a year. Them's the rules.
Aww. Anyways, yeah. So this is our first builder level. Builders build staircases.
Yeah.
At a very bizarre angle. I guess it's less of a mean angle in 3D because it's all grid based. So yeah, it looks like Mikan has gotten the right angle to get up onto the... Also, I love Candyland. My goodness.
Like the board game?
No, just how this map is designed.
Oh.
It's so pretty.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, yeah, the board game's kind of legit.
Is that? I mean, it's fun to play with like my niece, I guess.
You pull cards. Sometimes it has 2 squares, and you're like, heck yeah, I get to move 2 squares this time. Okay, that's not quite high enough for. Oh no, I'm building it the wrong way. That's okay. That's gonna be fun. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Crownmuri is still struggling with these trampolines.
So, Mikan did start building the wrong way. There are ways to deal with that, mind you, by changing the builder into a digger. That will cancel out the building, and
it will.
In these early levels,
we have 0 spare lemmings in this level.
Oh,
we don't have any diggers, and we only have exactly as many builders as we need to look like.
Well, I think that's partly why this game sucks. No, because early Lemmings...
You're not going to join me in the Church of 3D Lemmings?
Early Lemmings would give you more tools than necessary, because it gave you the breathing room to mess up, you know? It gave you the room to, like, not be perfect, and I honestly think that that's a fantastic way for the fun levels.
Okay, people in chat accusing me of being for product placement. That is not it. What this is I am like, think of Wreck-It Ralph, and you have the candy themed level, and how much fun that level looks. I want life to be like that. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I want life to be candy themed. Anyways, that is going to probably be a level clear for Mikan. Figured out how to build. It looks like this should be enough for Crownmuri. I really hope it's enough for Crownmuri. Because it looks like he's doing it right. He just needs to not have accidentally wasted too many lemmings.
The original gourmet jelly bean. Well, good. Yeah, Crownmuri should be able to get through the creepy circus levels and move on to the candy one. I want to hear the Candyland music. I'm
actually curious if that's like a real jelly bean brand in Britain, and that's actually product placement, because I'm not sure.
You did have spare lemmings in order to beat the level for Mikan. So Mikan is on to Fun 5. Crownmuri finishing up Fun 3.
Jelly Belly is an actual product. Let's go.
You don't know
I don't like jelly beans, okay? They're disgusting.
Jelly Belly are some of the only okay jelly beans.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth me trying okay jelly beans, but I just have never liked them.
I would recommend...
I've had a couple of the Bernie Bots every flavor ones, like the chocolate ones are good. But that's because chocolate's good. That's like cheating.
Chocolate jelly beans are some of the worst jelly beans. Oh my god. Like, for real though, I hate most jelly beans, but Jelly Belly are legit. So
the game came with I own the PC version. I don't remember it coming with jelly beans at all. Wow.
Well, maybe I need to go get a copy, see how old the jelly beans are.
I think it's gonna be too large of a drop on Mikan, but we'll find out. Nope, they're fine. Okay.
Now, with that said, one important thing is that when a digger digs down, and then they fall to the platform below them, that is a smaller fall than the lemmings that are up on top of the platform. So, because of that, a digger might survive, whereas another lemming will die, and all of the rest of the lemmings following you will end up...
Yeah, that's going to be very important eventually. I don't think that's important quite yet on these levels. It does look like Mikan getting the hang of what you're supposed to be doing here.
Okay. So I'm just thinking, next time I run into dowolff, I need to give you some Jelly Belly beans.
I mean, I guess I'll see you
Free,
in Denver.
free candy. I might. It depends.
Okay.
I'm really tight on money right now.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah, it's just reality. Like, you know, Justin's been out of work for I think either a year, a little over a year, something like that, and I'm a Twitch streamer. Don't.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I had a lot of savings. It is dwindling little by little. Yeah, not sustainable. If anybody needs the software QA, Justin really can do it because he did it for years. And he has a degree in computer science. Yeah, this is my, hey, let's go ahead and show my husband if anybody knows of anything, because like any lead, we need any lead. He's applied to over 150 places. He's gotten like 4 responses, all of them rejections. It would be really nice to get something.
Yeah. Anyways, looks like Mikan's extending his lead. I think he has his 2 full levels ahead now.
Yeah, they are doing great.
Bomber levels. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so bombers. So after a set amount of time, they blow up. How much time? Oh boy, I hope you're good at estimating how fast lemmings walk. Mikan apparently is very good at estimating how fast lemmings walk. I'm sorry, I love the lemming voices so much.
Yeah. They're good. Boo! 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 Woo! They're good sounds. Do. Ah! Okay, Mikan has explodey lemmings. Uh-oh. And climbing? No. I have a hard, like, just the way that the numbers are laid out, because they're sometimes over the icons. I think that they're related to the icons, but they're not. It's only the numbers on top of the icons that are related. It's throwing me off. UI is my passion. Okay, Mikan trying to time the lemmings to blow them up just right. Okay, we are currently, Mikan is on level Fun 6, Crownmuri on Fun 4. Honestly, dowolff, I would be super interested in a new Lemmings game that is just 2D.
There have been... Okay, how many years ago was Lemmings? Lemmings Revolution was like 15 years ago at this point. There must have been something since then.
I don't know. Let me see.
There's Lemmings Touch.
Yeah, I'm not touching my lemmings. That's why I make them explode. They're weird.
Oh, there's one for J2ME phones. That's probably horrible.
Yeah, 2005? Okay, so we're going on 20 years here.
What is the puzzle event? There was one in 2018 that's for mobile. It's free to play mobile game. That's a choice.
Yeah, like as long as it doesn't shove advertisements down my throat, I'll take free to play.
I mean, you can only play so many levels per day, and then you have to wait.
No,
which is
I hate that.
The worst.
I will spank. Okay, if anybody does that, I will spank you. I'm sorry, you heard it here first.
Wow, I really did not expect us to go to spanking this podcast.
Yeah. It's okay, I'll ask permission first. You know, I'm not just gonna randomly assault people for making a bad video game choice. What? What? It's all about consent, dowolff.
If someone asked me if they could spank me, I'd actually be so confused that I think I wouldn't.
Well,
I don't know
prepare
if
for
I could say
RPG
no.
Limit Break, baby.
I don't know if I'd be able to say no. I think I just stand there being confused.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, it looks like we got a level clear from Crownmuri, so gonna make up some distance. Good
Well,
to see.
good. Yeah, Mikans is learning a new mechanic, which are the one-way walls. What does that mean? How is a wall one way? Well, what it means is that you can only dig through the wall from one direction. You cannot from the other direction. So Mikan has Lemmings on the right side and cannot dig to the left. They're gonna need to figure something out to deal with that.
She's figured out. She needs to just get above those arrows.
Oh no! And blow up your Lemmings.
Yep.
This is a sad day, everybody. Not that sad. That's the life of a lemming, you know.
It's fine. They'll be back next. They'll be back next level. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So the climbers can climb indefinitely until they hit a ceiling or until they get to a top of a platform where they can walk. Mikan will soon find out that this lemming is fine walking across. Yeah, and from the left side, you can dig to the right, which should be information in the manual, which you did give them. But again,
I did give them access to the manual.
This is a lengthy manual.
Oh yeah, no, the manual is. It made more sense when I was going to originally start them with tricky, just so they know what things did instead of being these like semi-tutorial levels that we're actually going through. But honestly, like. So yeah, so we have so many hints. It's like I feel like it's decent visual design, right? Like the idea that you can only go in the direction of the arrows is at least decently intuitive.
I would say that like normally it's intuitive, maybe a little bit less for this Lemmings 3D. But like it should be in the manual. I'm looking, I don't see any information about the arrows, so that's something they should add.
Let me check this out. Let me check this out. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's actually anything about.
Yeah. So it somewhat relies on people knowing the previous games or being able to understand just looking. Uh-oh. Crownmuri, your Lemmings are all dying. Unless, you know what would be great? If you got a pile of dead lemming bodies high enough that they stopped dying when they fell.
Oh, the goblin strategy for getting over a wall. You just keep throwing bodies at the wall until the pile of bodies is so high you can climb over the walls.
Why not?
Well, for starters, you value the life of your comrades.
Okay. Well,
also, I love this level design on Mikan's side.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna swap the music over and see what this is all about. Ooh, Technotronic, yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty neat.
You know, maybe that's a little bit morbid to have a pile of lemmings, but
we are literally blowing them up.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, maybe the lemmings were falling and still surviving. They just complained about the fall. Oh, now they're exploding.
Crownmuri fell from too high up.
Yep, there are other areas that are smaller falls, so definitely not the right location. FYI, Mikan is currently in the lead by a couple levels. Crownmuri is doing a pretty good job trying to catch up, but...
Wait, is this level 8 that Mikan is on now, I think? I should probably have the spreadsheet open. That'd be smart.
I mean, I could put it up on the screen. This is level 8, and yeah, Mikan is extending the lead right now. She's doing a great job here. Okay. Fine, I'll go ahead and get
Yep, level 8.
this up on the screen for y'all. But yeah, honestly, I think that a couple things that the original game really benefited from, the fact that like the music was largely classical music, and because of that,
They were really cool, nice remixes too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them are this probably just says a lot about my childhood more than anything else, but a lot of them are the definitive versions of those classical songs to the point where I hear the actual original, and I'll just be like, "What is this? What am I listening to? This sounds so much worse than the Lemmings version." I think someone in chat mentioned, it looks like Mikan is trying to figure out where the exit is. It's not obvious. There is a black square on the back of the computer, and that's something that's also kind of better about the original games, right? Like it is much more obvious where the exit of the level is when you're not in a 3D space and you're basically looking for, what is this special looking tile for this for this specific tile set, and it keeps changing.
I don't know. Maybe that's where the computer processes stuff.
Maybe it is. Oh, yep. Yeah, Mikan seems to figure it out. That black square, you just put them in the power hole. Put them in the power hole.
Yeah, put them in the hole. Come on. It's not Tramble's hole, it's the Lemming hole.
It's like everything else I give out on this channel. It's just secretly a golf game. So that is on to level 9.
I like how the Windows 98 desktop pops up every time a Lemming walks in there.
Oh my goodness, it's really cute. It's really cute, yeah.
Okay, yeah, cute is the word for that.
You don't think it's cute?
It's fine. I think it's silly. I think it's silly. I don't know if nostalgia is the right term for what I have for, like, old school Windows. Like, I appreciate it. I also remember the registry errors.
I mean, I remember Windows 3.1, and let me tell you, 98, 95.
Oh, huge step up.
3.1.
Yeah.
Never used 3. I've only used 3.1. I'm not convinced 3 by itself is real. I'm pretty sure they just started 3.1.
I don't really recall, like, if 3 was ever widely available. It was at least developed, probably just, like, the iteration before they actually came up with something that worked.
Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on. What on?
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Mikan is enjoying the pause button. Probably smart.
Yeah, one major complaint I have about this, which is just due to limitations, you can't really angle the camera, and because of that, all of these trees are the worst.
Oh yeah, no, if you could tilt the camera up and down, this would be...
The game would be playable.
Control. I thought you could on PC. I might just be remembering wrong. That is entirely possible. But I really
think you might be able to on PC. I don't... Well... Oh, apparently there's overhead map mode, which we haven't really seen the players use at all. Mikan's audio is really stressing.
Yeah, Mikan's lagging a bit. No, I think Mikan brought up the map at one point briefly. You can also go in the first-person mode, which I enjoy personally, just for fun. But
oh yeah, I forgot about first-person mode. That's a nightmare.
I mean, objectively, yes, but it's also cool. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Sure, go ahead and include, like, things that are unusable for fun. I appreciate it. This is Kusogrand8 we're talking about. This isn't any other tournament. Give me something stupid.
B. Smith suggested a first-person living survival horror game. I would play that. I would play the heck out of that. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, first-person mode when you're going through tunnels and you have to put up turner in the middle of a tunnel. There's no other way to do it, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a good time. It's a good time. We were having fun back in the day.
do 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 do. Okay, okay, I know. No, don't say oh no, say oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh yeah. No.
Just so y'all know, I think some of the reasons that this game wasn't quite as successful as like at the Lemmings formula is simply put, the people who worked on it didn't work on the original Lemmings.
I did not know that.
As far as I can tell, it may have been subcontracted to a company called Clockwork Games.
Well, I mean, the original Lemmings was like a one-person project, right?
The original Lemmings... I'm trying to remember who did the original Lemmings. Developed by DMA Design, published by Psygnosis. David Jones was the designer as well as one of the main programmers. Did David Jones work on this at all? No, didn't even get a special thanks. Wow.
Oh, wow, no special thanks. That's kind of rude.
Yeah, you know what? Gonna send them to the Lemmings hole. See if they can deal with that. Well, with that said,
the Lemmings hole?
Yeah, that's where the Lemmings go. And if you survive trying to get to the Lemmings hole, then you've learned your lesson and you better not try again. Because I'll send you to a different Lemmings hole. And it's going to be harder.
No, but I knew how to do the first Lemmings hole.
Too bad.
Why can't we just stay there?
Nope. But yeah, looking at one of the main developers on this, who worked on both DOS and PlayStation versions. They also worked on Wiz and Liz for Amiga. Batman Begins for GameCube and PlayStation 2. Interesting. Disney GeForce, Disney Universe. Okay. I'm sure those are games. Oh, and they also did the level design for 3D Lemmings Winterland. And yeah, I think that, like, odds are, if you played Lemmings and then you go and design Lemmings levels, you're probably going to approach the design methodology a little bit better, or a little, not better, different than the people who made the original version.
No. I think better might be the right word.
No. Also, if it ends up being the developers themselves who QA levels, which as far as I can see, they did not have a set QA group for this game, then odds are they have made levels much more precise and annoying than they needed to be. You know, that's why we're not having some of the fun experimentation. We don't have the extra objects. All you have on Crownmuri's levels are the boomers. Who wants to play with boomers?
I think boomers are fun.
Okay.
I mean, they're objectively the worst way of going down. Like, this level would be so much easier if you just had a digger. But,
yeah,
you know, being easy is not always the best thing, right?
Yeah. Oh! Yeah, that's okay. Okay, when they make the screaming sound but don't splat, that's just them being worried. A screaming lemming doesn't mean a dead lemming.
Often does.
And also, who worked on the music here? Philip Morris? Okay. Who worked on a lot of games?
Looks like Crownmuri has gotten it. That is a level clear. Unfortunately, Crownmuri still has not discovered the plus button. So this is going to be a bit of a wait, but it is a level clear. It's good to see progress.
Yep. There are some levels in the original Lemmings that you cannot beat without learning how to speed up the spawn rate. There we go, Crownmuri speeding it up. That should speed it all the way up, not just to 81, more.
I think all the Lemmings have spawned by this point.
No, they're still... Okay, there we go, they are out now.
The real question is, will he realize that he can just nuke them the second he gets all up to 100% in? Because that is going to be a substantial time save if he realizes this.
There we go.
Oh, he does. Very nice. So yeah, back down the 2-level gap between our competitors.
Crownmuri
is really struggling with this house.
I'm glad that Crownmuri realized you can kill all of the lemmings that you haven't saved as long as you've saved enough. That's speedrun strats. That's how you make progress quickly. And yeah, like Crownmuri needs to work on catching up at this point. The levels can take a long time. By the way, yeah, the person who did the music for this, their first audio was for Bram Stoker's Dracula for Sega CD. And let me tell you, while this is a step up, I'm still not super impressed by this music. It is way too generic for me.
It is extremely generic. The PSA level was better though, right? Like that level was solid. I like that. That means like it wasn't special, but it was better
cool.
than this.
Oh, and they got special thanks in Gex 3, so that's nice.
Yeah.
What do you do to get
Crownmuri
thanked for Gex 3?
Crownmuri just trying to go straight through that arrowed wall. It's going to be very disappointed by the fact that you cannot. Wait!
As it turns out, maybe...
Wait, oh my god! That works?
What did Crownmuri do?
Oh my god! Crownmuri blew up a hole underneath the arrows and then punched through the brown bricks underneath.
Okay, that's pretty hilarious.
Unfortunately, that lemming has just kept going and has now destroyed the exit.
The exit is no longer exitable.
So, but this strategy would work. You just need to change that lemming into a basher.
If you're able to.
It'll work just fine.
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness, that's brilliant. Also, you can destroy the exit. Pretty brilliant.
One speed strat in some of the Lemmings games, by the way, is for the one-way walls for digging through. You can actually, if you time it just right, get a couple pixels off of the wall before your digger stops trying to dig through it. And if the wall is thin enough, you use like 5 bashers in order to do that. And it works just fine.
I don't think that doesn't work here. It looks like it's just not gonna punch that wall at all. And meanwhile, Mikan seems to have found a path through the forest maze on to the net. Can't wait to see what we're going to next.
And yeah, Radama Ford is correct that in the original Lemmings you couldn't destroy the exit, but you could destroy the floor under it, making it so that you couldn't actually leave.
Oh, sure. We've all done that. Like, accidentally destroy the floor.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Very easy. Far easier than you'd think it would be if you haven't played the original Lemmings. But I had not tried to punch the exit.
Uh-oh. Crownmuri, what's going to happen? Whee!
Boing. It's okay. I mean, you could give them parachutes to save them if you wanted.
Nah. Blah. Blah.
Yeah, I mean, the sad thing is that Crownmuri had a solution, and it's just not going back to that, which is really unfortunate.
Well,
all you have to, if you just like change that.
If you change them to a climber,
yeah, you'll be fine.
What the crap? That's a totally valid strategy that is ridiculous and faster. Yep. I love it.
Oh, absolutely faster.
Okay, Mikan is in another castle level. Looks like we really like the castle level here.
And there's no princesses in any of them. Very disappointing.
Oh my gosh. My Mikan isn't in another castle, Justin.
I mean, do you have a Mikan in front of you?
Yes. Literally.
Oh, well, nice. I'm kind of jelly.
You do too. We all have a Mikan in front of us.
I mean, like the fruit.
The picture is proof.
I don't think that's a picture of a fruit. No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Yeah, we're just talking about nonsense now. Hey everybody, welcome to the Nonsense Podcast, where dowolff and I just talk about crap.
Is it that? I thought that's what a match was.
Yeah, that's what a match. Yeah, a poorly disguised podcast. That's what Kusogrand8 is.
Okay, looks like we're going back to solution. Not quite sure why we went to 99 drop rate. That's a very crowded set of lemons right there. You could just start the bashing right. Oh yeah. So it's already made the basher. Just needs to now unbasher once you're on the far side.
My question is...
Oh, it's not working this time. How on earth did he make it work the once?
Well, for bashers, don't they try to bash once and then once they stop, it's gone?
Yeah, but how
so bouncing off of the wall, I think that, like, if Crownmuri exploded first and then did the basher, then that would make sense. If Crownmuri did the basher and
maybe
then
you have to
exploded,
blow up, like, both that first block and the block, like a little bit of the chunk underneath the candy cane to get it to work. Like, you have to time that bomb really well.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. So now it just needs to unbasher this guy. And yeah, there we go. That is...
If you can.
Oh, is it not letting him? Oh, no. Stop that lemming! Stop him!
Stop that lemming! Uh-oh.
No! Oh, no. Not sure why it's not... I'm surprised. I would have thought that you could, change them, yeah. Okay, so I guess this isn't going to work. I guess Crownmuri is going to have to figure out the intended solution.
I mean, there's one other way that you can do it, which is to have a bit more of a stretched out group, or have it first clustered and then have one lagging lemming that ends up being your basher so that they're behind everybody else. That way they finally do catch up.
I mean, you could also just, like, do the climbing strat and...
The intended strat? Right, that sounds fun.
Doesn't look like... Yeah, Crownmuri, not... Intended strats are for suckers, according to Crownmuri, which I agree, so this is fine.
Oh no, digging the wrong way! No! Ha!
Yeah, on the old 2D games, you could, like, hold left or right, and then you'd be guaranteed to get someone walking that way when you're using the basher, but, yeah, don't have enough buttons on the PS1 controller for that.
Yeah, so I believe that we're getting information that Climber and the Parachuter, those can be added to any lemming, whereas...
Oh, so they don't reset the basher state. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's...
This might work.
Trying to blow... Unfortunately, that made the whole...
Oh, no.
Oh, they made it. They made it.
That's so stupid.
I love it.
What a solution. Absolutely brilliant.
4 out of 4 saved. Let's go. That is what we call perfection.
Yeah, that has to be the speedrun strat. If there are speedrunners.
I'm giving Crownmuri 1 pole bonus point for that.
Same. At least within my heart. Unfortunately, bonus points don't matter.
My bonus point... Oh, bonus point absolutely counts.
Where? Okay.
Well, they count on my fingers. 1, 2...
Yeah, people are like, let's see if Crownmuri can figure out where the exit is. That's the big question. And oftentimes, this is what you need to do in Lemmings. Pause first and look for the hole. Oh.
I feel like it's just a golf thing in general, yeah. You can't put the ball in the hole if you don't know where the hole is. Is that even just a lesson for life?
I think so. There's the hole. There's the hole. Yeah, you see it, Crownmuri. Holes in the back of the computer.
Yeah. So lemmings are batteries, right? That is the lore for this level.
I mean,
oh, the well sprite.
I think that we're
so
trying to
bad.
save them, but at the same time, like, if it's a British developer, I could see them making the characters you're saving actually get turned into resources at the end of the game. Like, yeah.
Do you think an American wouldn't do that?
Oh, well, we probably would too.
Oh, okay, so Mikan's made it to the far side of the well. I don't know if this is what she wants to be doing.
It's fine.
That is the question of the century.
She's doing well. Oh no! Unfortunately, Crownmuri was a little bit to the right.
Yeah, right idea, not quite perfect execution, but Crownmuri knows what he's doing here. Should not take too many more attempts. And only needs to get one lemming in on stage 10 to get the lead, because Mikan struggled a lot with stage 9. And it seems to be struggling here too.
I like that someone in chat is calling this open world Lemmings, and that just gave me an idea. How about open world Lemmings, dowolff? Like literally,
that's just
Breath of the Wild, but with Lemmings.
Yeah, that's Pikmin.
Okay, that's a little bit closer, but Pikmin can't really. Olimar's the one doing it. Okay, fine. That's pretty much open world Lemmings.
Yeah, so it looks like Mikan just discovered there the replay previous inputs feature. So if you get close to the end of the level and then just do a dumb idiot mistake at the end, if you just don't push a button at the start of when you restart, you'll just redo all of your inputs from the previous attempt automatically.
Really?
So you can just put it on fast speed and sit back and wait until you get to near the end, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's cool. It's nice that they have a few novel features in the game that are actually interesting. And
yeah, I can't remember if that was. I don't think that was in any of the 2D ones. It would have been nice there. Half of me is wondering if these black squares are traps. That'd be fun.
I hope so. Come on.
Because I know Mikan went on the other side.
Ah! Oh my gosh! Yes! No! Why? Let the lemmings die! I love it.
Oh no! You gotta go up the left side of the computer. Why? Oh my god! I love this game. Crownmuri probably does not love this game right now.
Honestly, here's the deal. I love to hate on this game, but there's a lot to love about it at the same time. Like the random electrocuting the lemmings, I dig that.
Okay, looks like we've successfully escaped the castle. Or we made it to the battlements. I guess that's not escaping, is it? So is this what we wanted to do? That is the question.
Are we trying to enter the castle, or are we trying to leave the castle? Where is the exit? Maybe where the Canadian flag is. Okay.
Find out. If we go... Come on, let's keep looking. Okay, so they're circling the wagons, as it were.
Oh, and then maybe if you fall out of the front.
That fall? There's no way they can survive that fall.
I think they have to survive that fall, because that's where the exit is.
That's where the exit. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll find out to be sure. Also, this might be Stockholm Syndrome, but I'm starting to enjoy this music.
The computer music is kind of legit.
I'm listening to Mikan still. I should listen to computer music. That'd be the much better choice.
Yeah, I like the computer music. It's pretty good. Yeah, so everybody knows Mikan is on Fun 10, Crownmuri on Fun 8. It's probably going to come down to, I don't really see placements changing. The levels take a while to get through.
There's just too much old lead at this point.
Builder! Okay. Okay, there you go. Good job. Yeah, you don't want your friendly lemmings to fall off the edge of the universe into nothing. That's terrifying.
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
The truth. They survived!
Yes!
It's a miracle.
Meekin
Go
will be
for it,
moving
Lemmings.
on.
Escape! You only need one lemming to make it in, too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's already green.
Well, we're
Just
gonna have a lot
hold
more
on,
than
Mikan.
one saved.
Oh, yeah, looks like Mikan is letting them all go.
Yeah, Mikan, not a big fan of this level, by the way, based off of what she's saying in Discord.
Yep.
That took way too long. It did take a decent amount of time, but as it turns out,
I mean, she can make it end
yeah.
now if she wanted to. This is entirely up to her.
yeah,
to sit here.
but she hasn't used the death abuse, which Crownmuri has. As soon as reaching the goal of how many lemmings you want, you can just blow up the rest of them. Yippee! 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 Also, I really enjoy the way that Meekins is reacting right now because she thinks she's losing. She really thinks she's losing.
Oh, absolutely. With how long she was stuck in the forest, I don't blame her. On Earth is this level? The background looks so bad. I love it.
Yeah, that's another complaint that I have about this game. How much of a visual nightmare it is.
The PC level background is fine. It's just this background here is. Oh my! Why is each lemming 1 pixel? I realize I'm rounding, but it's not that far off, and that's
well,
terrifying.
I mean, the game's rounding them as well. Like, holy crap, look at them.
I mean, they're already pudgy. You don't gotta round them more.
Yeah, this isn't nearest neighbor. This isn't bilinear or whatever
like
crap
Mikan
they
is
use for
immediately
rescaling. This is
around.
just meh.
I mean, it was like a 96 PS1 game.
Yeah, they use
but-
like the mashed peas system of creating lemmings for the background. Like, just take those peas and get a fork, mash them up real good. Yeah. To be fair, that's probably happened to lemmings in at least one of the games.
Yes, one, only one. Definitely not all of them.
Well, I mean, how often do you see a fork mash up lemmings? I don't know. I'm asking for a very specific situation here.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you eat lemmings for dinner, you're probably using a fork and knife. So, it's only.
That's fair.
I have no idea if lemmings are edible. I assume yes.
They're made of meat. I would assume maybe not the tastiest.
They might also be made of poison. That's the risk.
Yeah, but it's
And
mammalian.
getting a lemming in just before time. She's gonna be so happy about that.
Well, there we go. We are officially done with this match. Lemmings is done. And yeah, I'm glad that Meekins was that concerned about being behind, even though she definitely was not. I'm going to invite them to come and chat, but it's very clear that Meekins took the victory. Don't say anything yet.
Oh, I won't say it. I'm gonna keep it a secret. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
It looks like both of you are here. Hello, Meekin.
Hi.
Hello, Crownmuri.
Hello.
Oh, well, great job here. What did you think of the game? Oh, okay.
It's a game.
Yeah, it's a game.
Good responses.
I gave all of my Johns before the match started. Okay, I don't want to rip apart the Lemmings series because I absolutely hate it. But
That is completely fine.
I am enjoying seeing them drown right now, right in front of my eyes.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, half of the fun of Lemmings is killing them and seeing the different ways that they can die. Sure, maybe not optimal in a race situation, but, you know, the race is over. Now the Lemmings can drown.
thank goodness.
Yes.
Well,
Right.
let's go ahead and talk about the results. Crownmuri got over to Fun Level 9, Meekins to Fun 11, which means that Meekin has the definite victory.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I love how much
You
you were
got past the
freaking
fun.
out towards the end, though. You were
No,
very
fun keeps
concerned.
going all the way to 20.
All the way to 20. I will never go there.
Yeah, is tricky after that?
Yeah, then you get tricky and then taxing and then mayhem.
Yeah, just like the OG series.
Oh, that's never happening.
That is completely fair.
That is fair. And yeah, as people are saying, this is the low point of Lemmings. So now that you've managed to survive an hour of what most people would consider the worst Lemmings, good job.
Okay, so I thought so I haven't played that many Lemmings games before this, maybe like 2 or 3, and they were all in like a mystery tournament context. I would never play this game on my own.
Okay.
I think the block system of this game, like everything is block based, and rather than like very specific pixel based like the other Lemmings games, I actually didn't hate that because it let you be a lot more precise.
Oddly, you're right, yeah.
Not with the camera. The camera can go die, but I think like actually making your Lemmings do exactly what you wanted them to do is a lot easier in this game than it would be in the other games.
Yeah, that's a really fair point. I think a lot of what makes this version bad is the control issues, and a lot of those really do just come down to the fact that this is the PS1 version in '96 with friggin' whatever the heck those controls were.
Oh yeah,
instead
like
of the DOS version, which has mouse support, and life is good.
yeah, and I think that even if they didn't have cameras working great for DOS back in the day, it probably was better than whatever they did to get this on working on a D-pad. Oh my god. Yeah, Crownmuri, I was actually really fascinated with one of your strategies when dealing with the one-way wall. Because you did not do it the intended way, and I love it.
I saw a possibility.
Yeah.
So did you like not see their intended solution at all, or it was just?
It was like when I did the trial and error and like got through it somehow by breaking the bottom part, I guess.
Yeah. So the way that
Crownmuri
Mikan did it was the intended way, which is you use the climber to go up and then blow them up to create a hole in the wall, get somebody on the other side to dig back so that the rest of your Lemmings can get through.
Oh, I see.
Crownmuri instead blew somebody up in front of the one-way wall, which created a hole low enough that you could dig underneath the wall.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But it turns out you smash through the exit, which I did not know.
You can destroy the exit.
I broke the exit, so I had to reset anyway.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
But just by getting the spawn rate timing right is what allowed you to get through there, which I find really fascinating. That is, like, if anybody speedruns the game and doesn't use that strat, I would be surpurprised. But
so
it would be a new
I
one.
look at the speedrun now and see what they did.
Yeah, I would love to see what they do on in a
I
speedrun.
didn't quite understand like what was breakable or not. I guess the arrows.
The arrows,
the arrows mean you can only go one way.
The arrows mean that you have to dig in that direction. If you try to dig against the arrows, you just bounce off.
It's because I broke the wall somehow.
Yeah.
Right, by exploding first. I was like, but it is breakable. And then the second time I tried, it wasn't breakable. So I was like, wait, did I do something wrong? And then I just adjusted my timings for it because I just couldn't figure it out otherwise.
Oh, that's
my
so good.
god, that's amazing.
It was
I just
so
assumed
good.
that the whole game was indestructible at that point.
Honestly, that makes sense as an assumption if the arrows don't click.
Yeah, honestly, you both made some really good realizations in the game. I just love that we found sort of a sequence break in that level, like figuring out an unintended solution that overall, like if you had gotten it first try, would have made up a lot of time. It ended up balancing out, I think, where just like if somebody is struggling with the level, the other player probably is. That's just the reality. Both of you probably took about the same amount of time, just approached it very, very different ways. And I that's something that I want the developers of Lemmings 3D to understand, but it's over 20 years late. I think that like having the flexibility to solve levels in a unique way instead of only having one solution. That's what's really exciting about Lemmings.
Later levels have some more flexibility, but it still is more rigid than I think the original games are.
Yeah.
Oh, I found a really cool feature that you might have talked about.
Yeah.
That I think I found it in stage 10. I didn't need it at the time, but this is actually a complaint I had with some of the other Lemmings games, is that if you mess up like 2 minutes into a stage, 3 minutes into a stage, you have to do everything super precise all over again to get back to that one point to try something different. In this game, if you start a stage and you don't press anything, it automatically does the movements that you did last time you played the stage.
It's so cool.
Right. Oh yeah, that replay thing. The
replay thing. That was so cool. That was so cool. That was like one of my main complaints about some of the other Lemmings games. And this game just like, we'll get you back to where you were.
You can still like change the speed, so you can switch it to fast speed while you're doing that.
Yeah.
It's such a useful feature. Every
That's
puzzle
amazing.
game should either have rewind or that. One of those two.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah,
didn't
like
think about
there
that.
are actually some legit things about this game that I very much appreciate, and it's flawed. I think that especially with the camera is a nightmare on PlayStation. But for Lemmings 3D, I think that I appreciate it more than I did before. With that said, I still prefer the other games. Even if you two don't love them, that's fine. With that said, Crownmuri, I'm sorry, but you are eliminated. Make sure that you hit me up, though, for a Steam gift card, as well as the movie Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Those Martians had to be taken down, and
Again.
Santa was the only one who could do it.
Is that the movie we're getting?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I can have Lady Momar at home?
you sure can.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but as usual, we have a tradition to ask for your last words to put on your tombstone. So, Crownmuri, do you have any last words?
What was it again?
Armageddon!
No, that's a good sound.
Just-
We're making lemming sounds here. Good,
Yeah.
good. Is there anything that you'd like to plug before we let you go?
Just as always, I'm stuck on UFO 50, like
Yeah.
4/5 along the way of golding everything.
It's a good thing to get stuck on.
It is.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah, otherwise, I've been wanting to play some more Japanese history games, so if you're interested in that, I might like dip in those later.
Interesting.
Japanese history games?
Yeah.
You mean like Sengoku era stuff?
Three Kingdoms?
Like, Three Kingdoms is Chinese, but
oh,
like,
well, yeah, duh. Bleh.
yeah, just, I don't know, like, maybe not Nobunaga's Ambition, but maybe a little bit more modern games.
They have like a million quiz games about that period.
Yeah, let's skip those. Well, that's really cool. So Japanese history games, that is something that I know pretty much is almost nothing about. Fantastic. That's great. What about you, Mikan? Anything you want to plug?
Well, I was just here last week, so my things haven't really changed that much. I've been playing a lot of Phantasy Star Online, the first one,
Yeah, that's right.
and playing in Kusogrand8 and video games.
Yeah. As it turns out, I kind of captured your soul years ago, and I'm so glad that I still have it.
Well, I mean, you're right.
Yeah, it's a good soul.
It has its ups and downs. Today was a very like mid to low down.
Mid to low down. Oh, perfect. dowolff did right then.
That's what you gotta aim for, right?
Yeah.
The
Don't-
low down levels.
dowolff, anything you want to plug before we go?
I really should be streaming because I've been practicing games for RPG Limit Break and I need to do recording stuff.
Whoa,
Ooh.
yeah.
Probably those are gonna get streamed at some point too.
Yeah, and you have until the 18th to get your submission
I have a
in.
whole week in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, good. Yeah, so everybody knows submissions are open for RPG Limit Break. Thank you, everybody who subscribed, and for all of those gift subs. We've hit a number of subs that it has been a long time since we've been here. Thank you so much. Honestly, all of the support is both appreciated and needed on my end, and I really, really, really can't thank you enough. With that said, we are going to raid GDQ because they are currently wrapping up a marathon over there, just to make sure that I have the title right. Back to Black. The finale day is happening, and they're playing Clock Tower 3. What's a raid message that we could do? Armageddon?
I'm down for that.
Sure, let's go shout Armageddon. They'll appreciate that. You can also scream, ah. That is appropriate. Ah! Otherwise, thank you, everybody. I am going to try to stream on Tuesday, and I'll let people know on Blue Sky and Discord. Otherwise, take care, friends. Bye.
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 Bye.